Quick Crypto, bringing you quick Kaspa news. The man, the myth, the legend Davinci Jeremie has voiced even more concerns about Kaspa, doubling down and standing his ground regarding the hard forks. But not just one of Kaspa's lead developers, Shy, has yet again, like an angry parent, put his foot down. All of this Kaspa FUD could actually turn out to be a positive signal for Kaspa in the very near future. But now, quickly before I get into it, I just want to thank you once again for returning to the channel. Please give the video a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to keep up to date with the latest Kaspa content. So firstly, let's just get straight into this with this post here from Davinci Jeremie himself, highlighting this interview with the billionaire Bitcoin Maxi and MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor.
Bet your entire company on Bitcoin, then you wouldn't want to tinker. So ironically, these bigger actors are actually more conservative. They like it because they can trust it, and they can trust it because no one's changing it. If you take certain other crypto networks where they change them every 6 months and they tinker with them, every time you do a hard fork, you could destroy the entire thing.
Right.
So who isn't in favor of hard forks? It's generally the protocol developers that want a job. They want to do something to help.
So, referencing Michael Saylor, that's why Davinci Jeremie himself stated the reason Kaspa and their hard forks will make the system insecure in the long term is because bad actors with enough power can enforce a negative change, but also because a single error could potentially devastate and destroy the whole system. But like an angry parent trying to educate their child, Shy, one of Kaspa's lead developers, has listed 3 big reasons debunking Davinci Jeremie's statement. Firstly, if a powerful individual wants to adversely affect a chain, there are much more sensible and effective ways to do so than abusing a hard fork. So the hard fork reason is effectively pointless in this regard. Secondly, mistakes are inevitable, we are only human, and refusing hard forks makes many of them unfixable. That's why Bitcoin looks the way it does. That's why Bitcoin cannot solve the trilemma. That's why Bitcoin is not scalable. And thirdly, we have tools for avoiding and catching mistakes, e.g. mathematical analysis, methodical testing, and public scrutiny. But now, as highlighted in this post here from @FishTuner, a very active member in the Kaspa community, he states that he's been following the Davinci Jeremie and Bitcoin Maxi's arguments and counter arguments from Kaspa and believes that this hard fork fudding is actually a positive signal, believe it or not, which I know it sounds insane, but listen very closely and you'll understand why. Ultimately, the Bitcoin Maxis are starting to hear more about the Bitcoin 2.0, about Kaspa, and they understand, or at least understand to an extent, Kaspa's superiority, but they don't want to admit it. Therefore, their only argument they're using is the fact that Bitcoin has immutable code, the fact that Bitcoin has 0 hard forks. And the reason that this is good news and a good signal for Kaspa is because it shows that Bitcoin's position is the ideal store of value. The argument they're making is solidifying Bitcoin's position as the ideal store of value use case, leaving the medium of exchange and unit of account use cases open for the taking for Kaspa. And keep in mind that Kaspa's goal is not to become a store of value. It's meant to be a form of currency to achieve Bitcoin's original vision. And with their protocols and technology and their adaptability, they can achieve this. Bitcoin's rigidness has hindered them, which the Bitcoin Maxis know. And that's why their only argument is the hard fork, the fact that Bitcoin has had none, which I think is actually a very, very interesting take. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. But also remember, Kaspa is still very early into its cycle. Only been released to the market since 2021, Kaspa is still very early. Many more developments are yet to come, from smart contracts to the Dagonite protocol, all of which will require hard forks and all of which will send Kaspa's price parabolic. And speaking of which, the 2 incoming Kaspa updates that will turn the market focus to Kaspa, potentially leading to a Kaspa breakout, is firstly the Israel meetup video announcement about the Kaspa smart contract protocols and testnet 11 updates, which will be released within the next week or so, which is colossal news. But equally, the ever awaiting Rust 10 blocks per second code announcement and implementation onto the mainnet. Once these come out, Kaspa will soar to the moon and never to return. Kaspa will achieve another all-time high.